Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into a devotional that asks a really powerful question. What if forgiveness isn't just about the other person? What if it's actually the key to setting yourself free? Let's unpack how this source connects forgiving others to our own spiritual deliverance. Okay, so right out of the gate, the whole devotional is built on this single verse from Matthew. It sets up a crystal clear if-then deal. If you forgive other people, then God will forgive you. This simple idea is the launching pad for everything that follows.
So, before we get to the solution, the text really makes sure we understand the problem, and it's probably not what you're thinking. Unforgiveness isn't just called anger or a grudge. No, it's framed as something way heavier, a kind of spiritual cage.
You really got to pay attention to the words they use here. Unforgiveness is an active thing, a bondage that holds you captive. According to this view, it's not just a bad mood, it's a real barrier that's actively stopping you from getting the fullness of God's grace. It's like a prison, but one you've built for yourself. And wow, this slide lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got unforgiveness, and it's all about bondage, bitterness, and being blocked. But on the other side, forgiveness is freedom, release, and grace. The message couldn't be clearer. One path keeps you locked up, and the other one sets you free. So, if unforgiveness is a cage, how do you get out? Well, according to this devotional, you're already holding the key. The answer isn't about waiting until you feel like forgiving someone. It's about making a conscious choice right here and now to unlock that door. And what really jumps out here is the urgency. It says, take the step today. And notice how it's framed. It's not just about letting the other person off the hook. It's about releasing them so you can release yourself and finally walk out of that spiritual prison. But you might be thinking, okay, that's easier said than done. How do I actually do that? Well, the devotional doesn't just leave you with the idea. It gives you a practical tool. The next part is a specific prayer laid out as a guided first step to help you get that release. The prayer kicks off by tying everything back to that main principle we saw at the very beginning, forgiving just as you've been forgiven. You're basically aligning your own actions with the divine model, making it a powerful declaration right from the start. And here's the powerful conclusion. After asking for help to let go of all that bitterness, the prayer ends with this incredible declaration: I choose freedom today. This is where forgiveness stops being a vague concept and becomes an active, immediate choice. Now, this act of forgiveness isn't just a one-and-done fix. The devotional presents it as a doorway to something much bigger. It broadens the view from this one act of release to a whole life transformation, which it outlines in a second prayer, a prayer for salvation. According to the text, this new journey starts with a moment of real honesty. Citing Romans, the very first step is just to acknowledge your own state. This is positioned as the solid foundation for everything that's about to be built on top of it. After that first step of acknowledging, the prayer moves into belief. And this part really gets to the core tenets of the faith as the source describes them. Believing in Jesus, that he died for our sins, and that he was resurrected. This is the bedrock of this new path. Then, that belief turns into action. The prayer shifts from an internal feeling to an outward confession and a promise for the future. It's a declaration of a whole new direction, a new allegiance, starting from this day forward. The devotional knows that saying this prayer is just the beginning of a huge journey. So, to help people along, it offers a really practical next step, a free ebook to help deepen their understanding of what this new path is all about. And this is where things get huge. The focus pivots from the personal, individual journey to a massive collective one. The text invites the reader to be part of a global mission with a seriously ambitious goal: Operation 500 Million Souls for Christ. So, how can you get involved? Well, they lay out 3 really clear paths. You can become a prayer partner, you can serve as a volunteer missionary, or you can support the mission as what they call a kingdom investor. It gives people a bunch of different ways to plug in. And this table, man, it really drives home just how global this whole thing is. It shows these coordinated prayer times across different continents, from Nigeria to the US to India. You can literally see a worldwide network all praying together for the same purpose. To keep this massive global community connected, the organization uses all the tools we use every day. I mean, look at this. They're on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, even TikTok and YouTube. They're building this community everywhere online. This final quote just wraps up the mission's core idea so well. It's a call to action that's all about community, about growing, and about reaching out. And the key word here is definitely together, hammering home that this is a team effort. And so we end where the devotional itself ends, with a very direct and pretty profound question. After walking you through this entire journey from a personal act of forgiveness all the way to a global mission, it leaves you to think about this one last thing. Are you prepared for his glorious return? It's a final thought designed to make you stop and really reflect.
Good day, beloved. Thank you for watching. If this kingdom message has blessed you, please like, comment, and share with someone today. Stay connected with God's servant David Felix Nwefulu by subscribing for more daily kingdom inspirations, and turn on your notification button so you do not miss a word that strengthens your faith. God bless you.